Hi students, this is SL5. In the last class, we have completed the question up to sixth one, exercise 1.3, and this is seventh question. Consider f is a function from R to R given by f of x equal to 4x plus 3. Show that f is invertible and find the inverse of f. So actually there are two methods. So let me show both methods. First method is like this, method 1. See, what you have to do is show that f is bijective, meaning you have to show that it is 1 1 and it is onto. Then once the function is bijective, you know that it is invertible and you can find the inverse using the process which you have done for showing onto, that I am going to do now. This is one method. Second one is using the definition. So both method I will show you. Whichever is convenient you can follow. Sometimes students have this doubt, sir, in examination what to do? Don't worry about the examination now. How to answer the question in examination, let us see later. Since this is the beginning, let us learn both methods. Method 1, we have f is a function from R to R defined by f of x equal to 4x plus 3, x belonging to R. So this is given. Now we have to show that it is 1 1. So let us prove 1 1. So what is the method? Suppose f of x1 equal to f of x2. So this implies 4x1 plus 3 equal to 4x2 plus 3. So this implies you can cancel 3 and 3. So 4x1 equal to 4x2. Once again cancelling 4, you get x1 equal to x2. Thus, f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. So, by definition, f is 1 1. So, the first one is proved. Second, we have to show that it is onto. Now, what is the process of proving onto? What you have to do is take an element y here, show that it has a pre-image x here. So, let y be in R and suppose f of x equal to y. Now if you are able to find x here, that means this x becomes the pre-image of y. So let us do that one now. That is, what is f of x according to the definition? It is 4x plus 3, this equal to y. This implies you can write 4x equal to y minus 3, or you can take x equal to y minus 3 divided by 4. Now whenever y is a real number, y minus 3 is also a real number, and y minus 3 by 4 is also a real number. Therefore this x equal to y minus 3 by 4, this belongs to R, that means this R. So now what I have to show is this is the pre-image of y. Now consider f of x. So this equal to, by definition it is 4x plus 3. So this equal to, now substitute what is x. 4 into y minus 3 divided by 4 plus 3. So 4 and 4 cancels and y minus 3 plus 3 y. This means what? For x, y is the image, or for y, x is the pre-image. This implies for any y belonging to R, that is codomain here, there is x belonging to R, that is domain, such that f of x equal to y. So this implies f is onto. Now the question is, what is the inverse? Because question is find the inverse. Inverse is nothing but, if you take this, so also f inverse y will be equal to So y minus 3 divided by 4. So this itself we can take as the inverse function. So this is one method. So the function inverse we are getting in the process of proving onto. So this you have to remember. Second method is using the definition. Let me show you that method also. So let us take second method. Method 2. So what is given is f is a function from R to R defined by f of x equal to 4x plus 3, x belonging to R. Now recall the definition of invertible function. What we should do is, if you are able to construct a function R from R, g, such that f of g of x must be identity function, g of f of x must be identity function. So what I am going to do now is consider another function g from R to R defined by g of x equal to, I will write x minus 3 divided by 4. Now you may wonder how to get this one. The trick is this. What you have to do is you take y equal to 4x plus 3. Now here y is expressed in terms of x. Now express x in terms of y, that itself becomes the inverse function. So 4x will be equal to y minus 3 and x will be equal to y minus 3 by 4. But here we want g of, actually it is g of y, but I wanted g of x. Therefore g of x equal to, in place of y you substitute x. So it is x minus 3 by 4. So this is the technique of finding inverse function. So now what I have to show is this is the inverse. But what is the method? If g is the inverse of f, by definition f of g of x also must be identity function and g of f of x also must be identity function. So now what I do is, therefore consider g of f of x I will find. So g of f of x is g of f of x definition. So this equal to g of, what is f of x? F of x is 4x plus 3. So this will be equal to, now g of x is x minus 4 by 3. Therefore g of 4x plus 3 is 4x plus 3 minus 3 divided by 4. That is, wherever x you have to substitute 4x plus 3. So here it becomes 4x plus 3. So this is, you can cancel 3 and 3. Then what happens is 4x by x. Once again, so 4x by 4. Once again cancelling 4 you get x. So this is nothing but I are actually, but you need not write because both are same. Domain and codomain are same. So it is identity function. Next, I have to find f of g of x. So this will be equal to f of g of x. So this is f of g of x is x minus 3 divided by 4. Now f of x is 4x plus 3. Therefore wherever x I have to put x minus 3 by 4. So I will write here 4 into, in place of x I have to put this one. So x minus 3 divided by 4 plus 3. Once again 4 cancels here. So you get x minus 3 plus 3, it is x. Once again it is I. So here also it is IR actually. Here also IR. So by definition, therefore by definition, f is invertible, and f inverse is nothing but it is g. This is equal to x minus 3 divided by 4. Normally we use this procedure, second method, in showing invertible function and also finding the inverse. So let us follow this method only in the next question also. This is 8th question. f is a function from r plus 2, 4 to infinity, defined by f of x equal to x square plus 4. F of x equal to x square plus 4. Now, strictly speaking, this is not invertible because there is a small error while constructing the question. Take for example, r plus does not contain 0. R plus means it is positive reals. Now, suppose this 4 cannot be the image. You can check here. F of x equal to 4 implies f of x is x square plus 4. X square plus 4 equal to 4. This implies x square must be 0. So x must be 0. That means image pre-image of 4 should be 0, but 0 is not here. Therefore, it is not on to. But let us not discuss those things because this is the question given in a standard book. I don't want to say that this cannot be done. There is what you can do is either you can make it open interval or here you can use 0. But as far as question is concerned, show that f is invertible. As a student, you should know that this is wrong, but at the same time, we should also know how to solve it because this question is asked in board exam also. So let me not worry about these things. But as a student, you should always have whoever may be the person who is giving this type of question. Whenever it is wrong, we have to say it is wrong only. But you can't write those things in examination. So my purpose here is how to solve this in an examination when this type of question is asked. But at the same time, we should also know what is right and what is wrong. Anyway, let us continue. So what is the procedure? I told you f is from this given by f of x equal to x square plus 4. Now let g be a function from, so reverse, that is 4 to infinity to r plus, defined by g of x equal to square root of y minus 4, sorry, x minus 4. So what is the procedure? This you have to remember. What you have to do is y equal to x square plus 4. Therefore, x square equal to y minus 4. So x equal to square root, not plus or minus, square root of y minus 4. And square root of y minus 4 is well defined because this contains from 4 only. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Therefore, this is well defined. Now what we have to show is this is our inverse function. That's what we have to show. Now g of x is, therefore I will write again 4 minus x and x belonging to 4 to infinity. So now find f of g, show that this is inverse of this one. What is the procedure? We have to find f of g of x and g of f of x. Therefore let us find first g of f of x. G of f of x is g of f of x. So this equal to g of f of x is x square plus 4. Then g of x is square root of wherever x, we have to put x square plus 4. Therefore it is x square plus 4 minus 4. And this will be equal to square root of x square. This is x. So this means, so domain of f is r plus. So I have to write here I r plus. Then I have to take f of g of x. So this will be equal to f of g of x. So this equal to f of g of x is square root of x minus 4. Then this equal to f of x makes, if you put x here, it squares it, then plus 4. That means here what I have to do is square root of x minus 4, then its square plus 4. So this will be equal to x minus 4 plus 4, which is x. So this is nothing. Now, what is the domain of this G? Domain of G is 4 to infinity. Therefore, I have to write here I 4 to infinity. So therefore, by definition, G is inverse of F. That is F inverse equal to G, and that is equal to square root of x minus 4. So this is the second method of proving. Same you can also try by showing that it is 1 1 and on to, then writing the function, inverse function. So this is 8th question. Let us take next question, 9th question. This is also similar. So we shall, of course, here it is a quadratic function given 9x square plus 6x. Therefore, I will do this one, but using the second method only. So because that is more convenient actually. So given f is a function from r plus 2 minus 5 to infinity, defined by f of x equal to 9x square plus 6x, then minus 5, of course x belonging to r plus. Then so we have to find G. In the second method, what we have to do is we only have to construct G, but it should be from minus 5 to infinity to r plus. But how to find it? So this is the procedure you have to remember, and this is not a rough work actually. You can retain as it is. See, what I want to do is I will take y equal to, because f of x is y, so I will take y equal to 9x square plus 6x minus 5. So now y is expressed in terms of x. In order to get the inverse function, x should be expressed in terms of y. Therefore, what I do is y plus y will be equal to 9x square. I will write 3x whole square plus this I will write 2 into 3x minus 5. Now if you look at these two, a square plus 2 into a, b is 1 actually. So to make it perfect square, what I have to do is 3x whole square plus 2 into 3x plus 1. Then since I am adding plus 1, I will make minus 6. See, look here, this is a perfect square. So this is 3x plus 1 the whole square minus 6, or 3x plus 1 whole square will be equal to y plus 6. Therefore 3x plus 1 will be equal to square root of y plus 6 and 3x will be equal to square root of y plus 6 minus 1, or x equal to, see, this much calculation you have to do, square root of y plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3. So this is our required function. Since it is g of x, if you write here, you have to replace this by x. Therefore take this one, take g from minus 5 to infinity to r plus by g of x equal to, this function you have to take square root of y plus 6, then minus 1 divided by 3. Sorry, x, I'm sorry, this is x, because x means x here. Now what I have to show is this is the required inverse. What is the procedure? I have to show that g of f of x is I and f of g of x is I. That is the method. Now first we will find g of f of x. This equal to g of f of x is, 9x square plus 6x minus 5. So now this is equal to now g of, now what g of x does is square root of wherever this one you have to put, wherever x you have to put this one. So square root of in place of x I have to put this one. So 9x square plus 6x, then minus 5 uh, minus 5, then here plus 6, this 6, then minus 1 divided by 3. So please note once again, this is our x now here, so this much, then plus 6, this 6, minus square root we completed here, minus 1. See, this is exactly, see, when you take minus 5 plus 6, it becomes plus 1. So it is 9x square plus 6x plus 1 minus 1 by 3. But look here, 9x square plus 6x plus 1, this one is exactly 3x plus 1 whole square, but it is under square root. So this is exactly 3x plus 1, then minus 1 after taking the square root. This is a perfect square. So divided by 3, which will give you x. So that means this x is I, identity function. So what is the domain? Domain of f. Domain of f is R plus. Same way I have to show now f of g of x. F of g of x. This is f of g of x is this one. Square root of x plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3. So this is, then wherever x we have this one, therefore what I have to do is, see, this simplification is very lengthy, so I have to 9 into square of this one. So 9 into square root of x plus 6 minus 1 by 3, then it's a square, then plus 6 into, what I have to do is x means this one only, so square root of x plus 6 minus 1 divided by 3, then minus 5. Now what you should get, well in advance you should know this must be also x, definitely it will be x, because this square 3, 9 is cancels, and this I have to square it. What happens is a square, this becomes x plus 6, then minus, second one will be 2 into root of x plus 6, a square, this one, then plus 1, because b square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, sorry, minus 2ab is 2 into a into b is 1. Here you see what happens is, when you cancel this 3, it is 2 into square root of x plus 6. Then here minus 3 into 3 and 2 means here it is, sorry, 3 and 6 means here 2. 2 minus 2, it is minus 2. Then minus 5. So what happens is, this plus and minus cancels. Now look here, this will be equal to, I will write here, x plus 6, then here it is plus 1, and here it is minus 7. So this is x. So this is nothing but I of what? Here r plus, here it is minus 5 to infinity. So by definition, therefore g of f of x is also I, f of g of x is also I, therefore we have to say by definition. So I will write here, so let us continue here. So by definition, g is inverse of f, and then you write g equal to f inverse, because question is find it, therefore you have to write here. So write the same thing. So square root of x plus 6 minus 1 by 3. So this is the proof. So let me conclude again. Say what you have to do is, in the second method, the given function you write, finding the inverse, this is the method. Take that as y and express x in terms of y. Then show that g of f of x is I and f of g of x is I. Whenever this domain and codomain are different, here I, you have to write what is the domain. So that is better. So this is 9th question. So 13th question, remaining questions I have left because they are similar type, and some of them I have proved as theorem, therefore you can refer. So 13th question is just find f of x. So it is not a very difficult question, but let me solve this question. So solution, f is a function from R to R defined by f of x equal to 3 minus x cube to the power 1 by 3, x belonging to R. Find f of x. f of x equal to f of x. So this equal to f of, what is f of x? 3 minus x cube to the power 1 by 3. So I told you in the previous lesson, one of the previous classes, whenever you have difficulty in writing this one directly with this function, you take this as, for example, m. So you take m equal to 3 minus x cube to the power 1 by 3. Though it is not a must, it will make you easy to understand the question. That's all. How to proceed further. This is f of m. Now, what is f of m? It is 3 minus m cube and to the power then 1 by 3. See, now it is easy actually. So 3 minus, what is m? M is this. So 3 minus x cube to the power 1 by 3. Then you have to put a bracket here also. Then 3. So this one. So then here once again 1 by 3, because this 1 by 3 is there. See here, this 3 and this 3 cancels. So you get 3 minus 3 plus x cube. So this bracket when you remove 3, it becomes minus 3, minus or minus plus, but 1 by 3 outside. So once again this 3 cancels. So it is x cube to the power 1 by 3. This is x. This is x. That means here there is one more example. This is I, identity function. That means inverse of f is f only. Exactly similar question one we solved, I think in the previous exercise. So this is the identity function which shows f itself is the inverse of f. So let us conclude with this question. I think this is the remaining one or two questions are there. They are very simple, therefore I have not taken. I have taken almost all questions from all exercises. One more exercise is remaining, I think. See, yeah, this is actually next exercise, binary operation. Therefore, before attending this exercise, please revise the lesson related to binary operation. In the next SL, that is supplementary lesson, let me take the problems based on binary operation. I think within one lesson we can complete this. With this actually we are completing the entire chapter. So if you have subscribed already, it is really good. Otherwise, as it is my regular request, please subscribe and share this with your friends. So let us meet in the next lesson. Till then, bye. Take care.